Let's bring in Heritage Foundation's Kelsey Bolar. This is a big voter turnout machine. Your reaction to this story?
Well, unfortunately, this is typical politics. Ultimately, what it is a debate over health care. You have Joe Biden really going after Bernie Sanders' Medicare for All plan, which the union has come out against. And I think it's important for viewers to understand. We talk about the cost of these types of health care plans, $32 trillion. Well, what does that really mean? A Heritage Foundation analysis found that it would mean a 21% increase on the typical American household's payroll taxes. So that's on top of what Americans are already paying. And we have to ask, is that what Americans really want? And this union out in Nevada is rightly so standing up for their benefits that they have spent a lot of time fighting for.
And to your point, early returns show Sanders did not bring out the turnout. Turnout did not happen in New Hampshire and Iowa. They made up just over a quarter of the vote in each of the two states. 4 out of 10 voters there, caucus goers there, primary goers, they didn't like single payer. To your point, here's what Joe Biden said about Bernie, talking about Medicare for all for the last 35 years. Bernie's got nothing to show for it. Bernie has never gotten 60 votes for anything in the Senate, but now he's demanding labor unions give up their hard-fought for health care coverage that they sacrificed wages for and went on strike for years. Watch this.
He's been talking about health care, Medicare for all, universal health care for 35 years. Nothing's happened. Bernie requires, and Elizabeth's plan requires you to give up all private insurance. These folks have broken their necks, the culinary union and others, to get the most comprehensive health care that's out there, and they've given up wages for it.
And Kelsey, to your point, Joe Biden also said this. Watch.
Folks, Speaker Pelosi and the majority of Democrats don't like Medicare for all plan. Unions, culinary workers in Nevada aren't for it. How in God's name do you expect to pass it? And it costs over $30 trillion. How do you pay for it?
Critics would say Biden's right. Your reaction?
He is right, although he sounds a little angry in his messaging, but he's absolutely right. It is politically convenient that he is now joining conservatives and raising a lot of the concerns about the cost of Medicare for all. But look, what he's saying is right. Americans, we cannot afford this type of government-funded health care that will increase costs and take away choices.
Kelsey, great to see you. Come back soon.
Thank you.
Coming